Shrinking the house. I mean, not in the cave today. Just sitting where I do my live streams. Absolutely beautiful out there right now, sunny. So, sometimes my titles obviously are meant to bring eyes, but I want to get into that topic, the perfect system, which anyone who's been on this path long enough knows it doesn't exist. Yet, we continue to do it, to try to find it, right? But I know inside myself that I never will find it. It's just going to come down to when I'm content. When is enough going to be enough, and when am I going to be content with what I have? Okay, because I've already talked about this thing. When this thing becomes obsessive, it goes way beyond audio equipment. It just becomes obsession, which means it's avoiding the way we feel inside, and this is how we escape. And people can debate and do whatever they want. There's these people on the planet that have addictive personalities, and there's lots of them. And once they get this stuff in their blood, they're in trouble. So I'm trying to get people to that solution because I know for a fact that I've had systems where I was content, right? And I had really no reason to change, but I did it. Just because of compulsion or feeling lonely. I wanted to fill that void with a quick fix material buy. Like it comes in like a little kid and you're tearing it open. It's just like, oh, all the neurons are firing. But then at the end of the day, it's just another component, right? But it feels really good when you get it right. And of course, after a few days, you're going to sit there and try to analyze and pick it apart for its weaknesses and stuff. Every single component on earth has weaknesses, guys, right? So, I got really lucky with the totems, and you got to be good to be lucky, meaning experience is going to it's going to help you out a long way on your journey of purchasing audio equipment. And again, you can only find out for yourself. Sure, you can take some direction and suggestions by people that are out there. I try to do that for people. Am I the answer? No. The true answer is in your room. But for some reason, there's at least 5 or 6 now that have actually gone out and bought things that I suggested, and they're so happy. That makes me feel good. But like I say, guys, when you get to a place where you feel content and you're actually engaging with the music, with these components all working in unison together, that's a damn good place to stop. Okay, and just start indulging with your music collection or start to enhance your music collection, right? Because there's just no use continuing doing it. I mean, it's too much of a risk if you're so close, right? One change could just throw a whole monkey wrench into the whole situation and possibly cause you to start all over again. I mean, I know people that are just completely quit, right? They just got so fed up with the frickin' obsessive gear swapping, the tire spinning, the chasing the tail, that it's like, that was it, man. I mean, they just got out, and all the power to the people that can do it. Because I know, being an addict and all that stuff, that sometimes that's what it takes, man, is 100% abstinence. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. And it takes a lot of courage to come out to the world the way I do and just speak my truths about where I'm at in my life, the traumas that have occurred, how audio has creeped in and become a little bit more powerful than I wanted it to be. So like I say, guys, if you're spinning your wheels, finally a component comes in where it's like, wow, this is really awesome. Why not just keep it and enjoy it, right? For me, it was the speakers. When the spatials came in 7 years ago, that changed everything for me. I was able to build around those speakers, and it's a speaker topology that I recommend to all my followers, subscribers, just because of how easy they are to work with. And unless the room is cavernous, they're a no-brainer design, just meaning that they eliminate a lot of problems. That's why they're here, guys. So I'm not gonna come on here and, the good old saying, here's my advice, take it, I'm not using it. No. what you see is what you get. There's a reason why certain components have remained with me for years, because I have found contentment in those components, right? And that's what I want for my subs. And I'm sure some of you already are, and I know some of you already are, right? But you still watch me, and that's cool. I'm there too. Like, I just am. And, I just thought it's time to give back. There is no perfect system. You're never going to find it. Live music is not perfect. So just spare yourself the stress and the pain and the money, man. And if you haven't found it, even 10 years in deep, I'm telling you, man, I'm praying for you. You're headed for trouble. It's just anything done in excess that becomes obsessive and an addiction, it only progresses worse. It never gets better. So it's either you surrender to it and say, okay, you're powerful than me. I'm happy with what I got. Or you continue, banging your head up against the wall. I mean, I'll even mail you a hammer, right? You can just grab it and just keep, fuck, that hurts. Do it again. That hurts. That hurts. Like, there's no difference between any other addiction, right? It just takes a lot of courage to admit that, man, this stereo shit's got me by the balls, right? Because it still does have a little bit of a grab on me, but nowhere near what it used to be like. And that's why I can put all my energy here rather than continue that behavior of chasing that elusive ghost of perfection in audio. It's absolutely insane to think about it. Yet all these companies keep coming out because they know that this is such a good business that once you're in for life until you make that change or that decision for yourself inside your soul, that you're done now. You have found what you were looking for. It's good enough for me. Sure, there's better out there, and that's okay. I don't even use the word better. It just comes down to different at the end of the day when you're up to a certain level, right? And I'm just content and very grateful for the systems that I've put together and that I have and that I can bring to the world. So, I mean, I'm just really praying for the ones suffering out there because I know how serious it can get. I have facts of friends that are in arrears because of this, okay? For me, I've always kept my priorities number one. The first thing that's most important is to outright own my space. The rest of it's a fart in the wind. It's nothing compared. A nice stereo. Compared to outright owning your own real estate? No. It's nice to have, though I'll never say it isn't. So is the art collection. So are all these material things. But they don't define me. What defines me is I'm a man that wants to give back and help people, right? It's not all about me anymore. I lived that way for half my life. I'm fucking done with it. I get no gratification from it. But I sure do trying to steer people in the right direction and help them here. So like and subscribe, guys. If you ever feel inclined to send a little donation my way, the super thanks is there for you. Thanks so much.